Hey, what's up everybody? It is Kellen here from Start Your Systems and welcome back to a live stream of an MX Simulator Pro event. What? It's the off season. We're not supposed to be streaming. This is ridiculous. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are here tonight for the Red Bull Straight Rhythm in MX Simulator. We've got a host of guys getting lined up and ready to go in both the 252 stroke and 125 classes. And we'll break that down in a minute after we get UIDs grabbed and everything. But just quickly here at the beginning, taking you guys through a quick run through of the course we're going to see tonight. Couple other like big lines and big hits that guys have found in this course that I'll try to point out as we go on. In fact, I might be able to actually do one here right at the end. But yeah, pretty fun little track built by Jack Perry. I already did a track walk actually on it, so if I can get this line. I just tipped it. I already did a track walk video on it, or I guess like a gameplay video on it. So you've seen the track before if you're a normal user of the channel. And now you're gonna see it be raced in MX Simulator by a bunch of these dudes on two-strokes. I'm very excited to be here tonight broadcasting for you guys, and big shout out to the I believe the MXS EMF guys. I know it's Matthias Havy that's hosting tonight, so thanks for the invite to broadcast this, and we're gonna go racing here in just a minute. They just got UIDs grabbed. So yeah, we're gonna check it out and see. Dude, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Right when I'm about to start broadcasting, literally on the hour that I have announced I was gonna broadcast, someone sends me their skins. Never fails. Someone just sends me their skins at the last possible second that they can and wants them to get on the stream. But that is, yeah, that's not gonna happen because I'm already streaming and I'm not gonna change it up to do that. But we're gonna have quite a few of the skins hopefully in here tonight, and yeah, we'll go racing here in just a second. Welcome everybody to chat. Good to see people already jumping in here and hanging out. We got 86 live viewers joining in early on here on this Friday evening. We're gonna be with you guys for about the next two and a half hours roughly. And yeah, hopefully we see some good racing on two-strokes. You don't see two-stroke racing that often in MX Simulator. It's not the best sounding machine in the game per se, and obviously it's not the most powerful machine in the game, and a lot of guys like riding the 450s or the 2DFs because they're more comfortable with them. But the two-strokes are definitely fun still to be had on these bikes, no question, and we're going to see what some of MX Simulator's top guys in the modern day pro scene are able to accomplish. Just taking a look at qualifying times actually, if I can pull those up real quick. In the two-stroke class, we had Johnny Wilder actually qualify on the top of the sheets on a 49.3, Logan Lightsell 49.4, Walter Gebhardt 49.5, Kian Rocheford, Cale Simmerock, Lucas Reagan, Riley Hugin, Dylan Mcallister, Andrew Massart, Sabrina Ritzler, Talon Cohn, Quentin Vassar, Bryce Whelan, Benny Landry, Joseph Pilsner, and Ash Deering were the top 16 qualifiers in the two-stroke class. Now in the lights division, which of course is the 125 class, we have Braden Carter on a 50.5, Enzo Butigny on a 50.7, Zoic Cross on a 51.2, and then we got Seth Garrett, Rogan McIntosh, Caden Speck, Kevin Gonzalez, Guilherme Cabral, Jason Felke, Cody Daw, Brandon Holmes, Kumar Glover, Austin Baer, Landon Johnson, Jordan Shaheen, and Jacob Long that are supposed to be in the motos here tonight. We had about 50 people roughly, give or take, in the server when they just grabbed UIDs, so there's probably some missing, but we're hoping to have 2 brackets of 16, get these guys down into the final 4, of course, for the semifinals, and then down into the finals, and I guess the 3rd place run eventually. But yeah, we're gonna have lots of fun with you guys tonight. Thanks everybody for already jumping in and joining in the discussion in chat. 132 live viewers is awesome. You guys always love the sim stuff, so glad to see that we've got a good amount of viewers here tonight. Just again, want to give a quick reminder to anybody that's watching, and you see I'm running this full pink setup here. I lost my cousin to breast cancer a month ago, and any donations you guys can make during this broadcast this evening, we will send all the proceeds to her family to help out in this very tough time, and it's going to go right to her children's college scholarship fund. So it's actually kind of a helping cause for her family and getting her kids through college, and I'd really appreciate it if anybody could and would use the link in the description below to donate tonight. Of course, that's only if you want to, and if you do, I will greatly appreciate it. But yeah, that is what the Pink Get Up is all about, and raising some awareness for the fight against breast cancer and anybody else that might be going through really any form of cancer, which is always really tough to deal with, and not an easy subject to talk about when you know a loved one that's been lost like I have. And we'll keep the fight going, and hopefully one day they will find a cure. But we're here tonight, Red Bull Straight Rhythm. I think they're building the brackets right now, so I'm just doing a little bit more riding for you guys until we know for sure. Let's see if I can get this line. I just keep tipping the top of it. Rules in this one, not necessarily crazy or anything like that. Basically, it's just going to be, you know, point-to-point racing, one side to the other. Wow, thank you, Dankster722, for the $10 donation. Again, you have no idea how much that's going to help, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, back to the format of the race. Basically, like I said, one side to the other. I don't believe they actually have the line cross rule in place in Sim, where if you cross the line, you're immediately disqualified. I don't think that's going to happen in Sim, but it might come into factor later if we see someone cross the line, or if another rider goes into another rider and there's some contact, then you could obviously see some possible disqualifications going on there. But we'll see how that plays out, and we'll see kind of what everything goes on. All right, here we go. In the 125 two-stroke class, there's the whole list right there. Carter, Cross, Garrett, McIntosh, Cabral, Holmes, Glover, Baer, Johnson, Shaheen, Long, Mallow, Stoltz, Gerst, Adams, and Braden L round out the top 16. Looks like we have 9 riders seeded into the 252 stroke class, so I'm sure they're going to figure out something, maybe give Johnny Wilder a bye round or something along those lines to make the brackets go down smoother. But I'm sure at the moment they are working out those details, and we're just going to kind of keep hanging out and taking a look at what everybody's doing, seeing these guys going up and down the lanes. Here is Mr. Johnny Wilder, your fastest qualifier in that 252 stroke class. Thank you, Garrett Crost 888 for the $5 donation again. Rest in peace, Stacy Donovan, my cousin. All those donations will be going to her family, so I really appreciate it. And I don't know if this is the first race of the evening or not. Very well could be, but right now we got Braden Carter and Braden L out here, and I think that is actually the first 125 race of the evening here. So here we go. We're already off and racing. In fact, I have camera mode, so I could change to that. Early lead goes to Carter here on the iLab.com machine, number 65. And it looks like L has crossed over, but I don't believe that's a factor. So we'll see if he can keep things close here. Coming down the line, again, a couple big lines that these guys can hit where they hop over the walls. So we'll be able to keep an eye on that. I'm not too sure how easily the 125 guys are able to get up and over that, but Carter's still bringing us down here to the finish line. One last little rhythm section here. He's going to jump over here. Let's see if he jumps over the second table. No, he does not. He goes on off, hits the final wall jump. Braden L's keeping it close here, but down to the final whoop section over the finish line. Braden Carter, he wins run number 1 here in the knockout stage of this. And we get to the semifinals, or I guess the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and then the final rounds. But this is essentially your round of 16 right here, where these two are going to go at it. Best of 3 runs, so first person to 2 victories back-to-back, or whether they split it doesn't really make a difference. We'll go to a 3rd run, and then the winner of that one moves on. So these guys are going to re-rack and run them again right now. We'll see if it is going to be Carter that still comes out on the top end of this one, or can Braden L give him a run for his money. We're about to go racing here. Race number 2, knockout stage of the Red Bull Straight Rhythm. And again, another good start. Carter has a small edge going into the first wall. Braden L keeping it very close here. Actually keeping it really honest. Is he going to get that triple over? He does, but he's not able to triple again, so Carter pulls away just a little bit. That line really helps there, getting over to notch that second triple in that rhythm section. Now L's going to go over the tables, and he's going to go down, but he's not off the bike. So Carter now establishes himself with a comfortable gap out front. He's throwing some big whipper tails here on the floater doubles in the midsection of the course. Now we're heading into the actual oval part of the course where the main grandstand is, and Carter coming down the line. Looked like he was going to have a shot at going over the wall, but either way, Braden Carter here, your fastest qualifier, is going to stamp his ticket to the next round as he crashes over the finish line. A valiant effort by Braden L, but he is not going to go through here into the rest of the evening. So that's the last we've seen of L. We'll see Carter moving on into the quarterfinals and see who he will face off. That was the 1 seed against the 16 seed. So I'm guessing next we should see the 2 and the 15 seeds. And those two men are going to be Zoic and Trent Adams facing off against one another. And as per usual in this 125 division, all these guys running the RM 125 in-game, kind of classified as the RM 144, as everybody feels that JLV, the creator of this game, kind of booted up the CCs in this bike a little bit more than the other 125s in its class, but nonetheless, still a very difficult bike to challenge this track with. As you see Zoic just throwing caution to the wind. He gets a little crossed up there, no pun intended, as he crosses lanes. Holding on a nice steady lead though. Trent Adams keeping him honest just in case there's a mistake out of cross, but now Adams is going to go up and over the bars here on the on-offs. So that's going to be an easy race victory for Cross if he can bring it down to the line. He throws some nice style. One last rhythm section to go here. Let's see, does he hop over? He does. And does he hop the wall? He does. A little front end tap. This is going to be a really smooth run for Cross as he comes down the line of 51.7. And a reminder, your top time in this lights division was a 50.5. So Cross really laying it down on that run, and it's going to be up to Trent Adams here to push it to a third run if he can do so here. All right, so here we go. Run number 2 of potentially 3. Can Cross just put it into the next round, or does Trent Adams have something to say about it here on that 323 machine? We're about to find out. More knockout stage action here at the Red Bull Straight Rhythm in MX Simulator. Gate is down. These guys off the line. Pretty good jump for Adams, actually. Looks like he a little bit out-dragged Cross, but Cross over the Dragon's back gets him a little bit back. Still kind of side by side, but now Cross pulling back ahead. He's going to get this triple section as Adams trying to scrub it down, and he tries to go for the triple too. Oh boy, almost over the bars. But he's able to save it, and for now, keep things close. So potential crash for Cross could really shake things up here. We'll see if maybe he goes for the wall jump down at the end of the finish line here to actually solidify it. But again, that could mean that he crashes as well. We'll see if that happens. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. So here he goes. He's going to hop over this one. Almost quadded that one, actually. So what is... Oh, Adams was going for it, and he loops his Larry and pile drives it into the wall. So it's going to be Zoic stamping his ticket to the next round with the dub. Trent Adams, a great effort there at the finish line, but it's going to fall just a tiny bit short. And he is going to be sitting in the sidelines for the rest of the evening, but still good to see him give it his best shot here from the 15 seed. Want to give a shout out, Chase Perriman, $22 donation. Thank you, my friend. I very much appreciate that. Super awesome of you guys to donate again. Just helps out my family. So I really, really appreciate that. All right, Seth Garrett facing off against Ethan Gerst here. And this is Garrett. He is your number 4 qualifier, so he's got to be your 3 seed going up against our 14 seed here of Ethan Gerst. And right now it's Garrett with the early lead on the 808. Gerst on that right side lane. We haven't seen anybody on the right side lane have much success yet, and Gerst is not making it look too pretty over here with some mistakes here early on, but if he can keep it close, maybe a crash late from Gebhardt. Really, that's kind of the make or break thing for some of these lower seeded guys to try to win, as if these guys out front have a big mistake and maybe crash. You never know what could happen in these races, and Gebhardt almost tosses it away here in the mid-run. Here we go, coming down to the final stretch. Pretty good gap for Gebhardt over Gerst, and Garrett's gonna launch the quad. Nice smooth run here for Seth Gebhardt if he makes it through the whoops smoothly, and it looks like he will certainly do so. Runs a 54.1 to boot, and behind him Gerst 58.9, so not a bad run out of Gerst there, but just not enough to keep it close enough with the 808 of Gebhardt. So Gebhardt on the verge of moving on to the next round if he can win this next race. Race number 2 of potentially 3 coming up. So we'll see what they can do. Let's do a little bit of onboard action here with Seth Gebhardt and see what it looks like to go up and down this racetrack on a 125 machine as we drop the gate here in race number 2. Oh, Gebhardt! Oh, he goes over the bars! What a time to watch him as he hits the deck, and it's going to be Gerst that takes the advantage here and really just needs to put any kind of smooth run together to force a third race, and we could be seeing a potential upset here. The 14 seed trying to go through. If he can keep this thing on 2 wheels as he's getting a little out of shape. Here he comes though, he's looking steady so far, hopping over the lanes. Whoa! Big Alexis Leclerc error up there. Hopping through this section, gets over that cleanly. Does he get the on-off nicely? Yes, he does. Into the wall jump. Gebhardt is way too far back here to do anything about it, so how about it? Ethan Gerst, he forces race number 3 here. That's what you got to do, man. You just got to keep it close with these guys. Your top qualifiers could go down if the crashes come into play here, and some of these guys were also able to run their lap times from doing those very tricky, sketchy lines by hopping over the wall. And it's maybe what they're used to, so having to switch up their lines could be a little bit of a detriment. We'll have to see if that plays into it as well. If they just have to hit the smooth lines fast, how that plays out. So here we go, race number 3. Still in the elimination bracket here. Round number 1 of 4, technically, in the 125 class. And wow, we got an invis Ethan Gerst over there. I'm not sure what has happened. He is absolutely lagging out. Oh, and Gebhardt goes down again, so that will give Gerst the lead. Although we can't see him. He's having some serious internet troubles there. But it looks like he is okay. He's not gone down yet, so it's going to be up to Gebhardt to try to reel in this gap, and he is pushing the envelope, which could cause another incident for him here to crash. So he's trying to keep it on 2 wheels. Meanwhile, Ethan Gerst is having somebody plug his router into a potato at the moment. I am not sure what has happened here, but his internet has gone no good, but it looks like he's gonna stamp his ticket into the next round, and our first upset of the night, the 14 seed goes through on the 3 seed. Ethan Gerst knocks off Seth Gebhardt. Your 4th fastest qualifier is done in the 125 class, and we can hardly believe it, and we still can't even see Ethan Gerst, the poor lad. Wow. What a change of events there. And thank you, Garrett Sichelski. I'm sorry if I botched your name, but thank you, buddy, for the $10 donation. Greatly appreciate it. You guys keep saying the Man Tribe podcast, so cool beans on that. And wow, Seth Gebhardt out. So here we go. It's going to be Justin Stolz up against Rogan McIntosh, and McIntosh was your 5th fastest qualifier, where Stolz was 22nd fastest, so this is going to be the 4 seed going up against the 12 seed. Oh, McIntosh getting a little upside down, topsy-turvy there, and actually it's Stoles who takes the early lead here. He's rocking the pink rims. I dig it. Oh, look at the triple over there, and that's going to give the lead right back to McIntosh, but they're still side by side here coming in this next rhythm lane. McIntosh trying to do the scrub down. Could be tricky as Stoles gets a little out of shape. He's trying to regroup and stick tight here with McIntosh if he can. Ooh, McIntosh, little out of shape. Stoles keeping it close. Could come down to a crash again. Although McIntosh looks pretty smooth here, up and over the wall. Look at Stoles going for the wall jump. Oh, he sends it into the whoops, and they're side by side, but it's McIntosh who hangs on, and Stoles yard sales trying to get it at the line. What a great attempt as he tried to hop over that wall jump. Just couldn't quite make it, but still pretty awesome to see how that line is developing and giving us really kind of a second opportunity for these guys that maybe have lost too much time at the beginning to make up a huge amount right there at the end and make things interesting. Stoles almost stole that one away from McIntosh at the end, but again, it's going to be up to him to try to keep this thing alive here, as McIntosh could go straight through into the next round with a victory here. So we'll see what happens right now in race number 2. Of 3 out of these guys, as the gate is down once again, it's McIntosh and Stoles side by side off of the platform, and whoa, Stoles almost looping out there. Has to grab a footful of rear brake, or I guess a fingerful if we're playing a video game. Keeps it alive, and look at Stoles going for the triple up, and he's gonna, whoa, just able to save it. He's getting all kinds of topsy-turvy here as we go alongside of him. You can see the line he's taking. That is definitely going to be the hot line there on the side of the track, although, oh, what happened? We may have a Christophe Pourcel bike failure going on here. Or maybe he missed a timing gate. I'm not really too sure what happened here, but now it looks like McIntosh has got it under wraps. Oh, wow. Oh, and McIntosh goes down, so I'm not too sure what happened with Stoles. He just gave up right there, but with McIntosh going down, if he would have kept it close, he might have had a chance. Nevertheless, it is going to be Regan McIntosh going through to the next round with the dub here. So that is going to be your 4 seed moving on, knocks off the 12 seed of Stoles. Stoles doing a little bit of hopping through the whoops here. All right. So Stoles out. McIntosh going on through. The 4 seed makes it. So again, we've seen the 1, 2, 14, and 4 seeds move on out of this bracket. Next up, we have Henry Cabral up against Mike Mallow. We'll see which one of these two can go on through. Of course, it's Cabral who is the higher seed here, so Cabral's going to be the 5 seed taking on your 11 seed right here. Mike Mallow, the 11 seed. Qualified 18th on the list, but made it through, as we have some people missing out this evening, and it's actually Mallow taking the early lead here and rocking the OG 527 digits. Throwing it back to some Australian flavor here. Mike Owen running the 527. Look at these guys though, they're going bar to bar on the on-offs, and now it looks like it's Cabral who's actually pulled out a slight advantage, but not by much, as they're throwing dualies on these jumps. Oh baby, look at the dualies. And it is Cabral who has a slight advantage, but Mallow is still so close. It really could come down to this wall jump here. We'll see if either of them go for it. It looks like, nope, they're both playing it safe. They're going to hit the wall jump smoothly, so it's down to the whoops. Who gets the straight drive through? It's Cabral and Mallow going for it, and it's Cabral who wins race number 1 between the two of them. Wow, that was a good close race. Only 3/10 separating them at the line. And a good clean race. Nobody doing any of the big lines necessarily. Just a good steady race out of both of them. Made it really close there at the finish line, so that's cool to see that those two guys were able to make it all the way to the line still together. And we're going to see whether or not they give us that same frantic action here once again. It is Cabral who's going to try to go through to the next round if he can win this one, but it's Malo trying to keep it alive with a win here himself as the gate is down and off the platform they come. Man, Malo gets off the line really good, actually. Looks like that bike is sitting nice and steady off the gate, but Cabral fights back to the first wall jump, still side by side into the first rhythm lane. Let's see, can either of them get the second triple? Cabral went for it and did not get it, so he's going to short that triple out. And Malo pulls up alongside. Now Cabral trying a little bit of some low line in there on the far left-hand side of your track. Malo is keeping this awful close though, and he's just doing the basics, man, just keeping it steady. And again with the dualies, man, this looks like a carbon copy of what we saw before. Now it's Malo who pulls out a slight advantage as they come into the on-off. So does Cabral go for the big lines? Does he keep it steady? Let's see. Nope, oh, it's Malo going for the big lines. He tire taps the wall, but he's all out of shape in the whoops. Here comes Cabral, blitzes the whoops, and gets him right at the finish line. What a race. Oh, Malo had the lead and he went for the wall jump, could not quite make it happen, and Cabral with the steady Eddie line tips him at the line, 0.2 of a second advantage, and he's going through to the next round. So the 5 seed knocks out your 11 seed. Woo! Good racing out of both of those guys, and kudos to Malo for, even though having the lead, still having the gonads there to kind of send the wall jump right there at the finish line. That was a great race between those two. All right, so now we're going to move on to our 6 seed, taking on our 10 seed. It's going to be Brandon Holmes, who is 11th qualifier, going up against Jacob Long. Jacob Long was your 16th qualifier, but again, this is the 6 seed going up against the 10 seed. And it is Long and Brandon Holmes. I like Brandon Holmes' little overall style get up here. I think he's on looks like it's a Suzuki model of some sort. Oh, big crash right there as Long trying to get the triple in the middle of the rhythm section. Ends up going butt over tea kettle in the rhythm lane. That's going to give a big old lead to Brandon Holmes, who looks like, did he miss a timing gate perhaps? Oh boy, I don't know about this. We're seeing the camera files. Okay, now they're updated. I wasn't sure, maybe Holmes missed a timing gate, but it looks like he's got it mostly all sorted here. All right, so Holmes with the overall setup is gonna stamp a nice W here on the chart. Race number 1 between these two, the 6 and the 10 seeds. All right, Long comes through, takes the checkered flag, and we're gonna re-rack him here again. Race number 2 of a potential 3 if Long can take the W in the second one and force a 3rd race. Had a pretty good race going until he tried that rhythm section, just could not quite make it work. It's really tricky, the way they built the middle of that rhythm section there. Those guys are trying to go double, triple, triple, double, but the landing of the second triple is very, very steep, and you kind of have to time it almost perfectly to not only downside it, but to not get hucked over the next jump, as we just saw Long get tossed over the bars there. So off the line here, race number 2, Holmes gets a good jump and has a early advantage into the first wall jump. So Holmes continues to have a slight advantage. Both of them got through that rhythm lane I was just speaking about pretty cleanly. Long's going for the over the tables line, and Quad's in here before. It was actually pretty evenly matched. I thought it might be a disadvantage, but he kept it about the same distance here with Holmes, as they're both throwing dirty over this big second double. Long gets a little out of shape. He's gonna have to cross back over the lane here behind him. Let's see, any big lines out of Holmes or either of them? No. Let's see, Long tries to go for the big line, just plows into the wall jump. Not quite able to make it happen, and OG Brandon Holmes is gonna move on to the next round here. Wow. So Holmes moves on, eliminates Long, and as someone pointed out in chat, I did have the math wrong. It is actually the 6 and the 11 seed facing off, because then we will have the 7 and the 10, and then the 8 and the 9 seeds face off against each other. So this was the 6 seed knocking off the 11. So again, so far the only upset we've had so far is the 14 seed Ethan Gerst moving on out of the first round there, passing up, I believe it's Seth Garrett that he eliminated. All right, now we have Kumar Glover. He's here on the left-hand sided gate. He is facing off against Bean, who is, let's see, Kumar Glover qualified 12th. I'm gonna guess Bean is either Jordan Shaheen. Oh, it has to be, because I think Austin Baer and Landon Johnson would be facing off next. So, yeah, Jordan Shaheen, aka Bean, lining up against Kumar Glover here. Hopping on, off the tabletops, into the wall jump. Ooh, Glover, a little nose heavy. I'll give it here to Shaheen. He is keeping it nice and close. But Glover pulls out a slight advantage here at the end, and he's trying to get the wall jump, a little tip, but he still gets it cleanly, and it looks like Shaheen went down, so Glover takes the win here in race number 1. He's going to try to win race number 2 and move on. Jordan Shaheen over the line there behind him. So again, this is going to be your 11 and 10 and 7 seeds going off against each other. 10 of Shaheen, 7 seed of Kumar Glover. All right, Glover is going to try to move on. Right here, right meow. All right, race number 2, Glover and Jordan Shaheen facing off. Only one man can move on, and it might be Glover here if he can win race number 2. Otherwise, Shaheen's going to try to force a race number 3 between the two of them. Betweenst the two of them. Into the wall. It's actually maybe Shaheen who had a slight advantage, but Glover gets the downside a little bit cleaner, and I think he's going to get this rhythm section cleaner. Yes, Shaheen does go up and over the bars. Does a nice flying W in the background, and now Glover's got smooth sailing. See if maybe he puts down a burner. A lot of the secret behind racing this event on a 2-stroke and doing it efficiently is keeping your momentum up as much as you can. Obviously, with the wall jumps mixed in, it's not the easiest thing to do. As Glover's going to hit the wall one more time, and he gets it even cleaner that time. Let's see what this run is. This is going to be a nice run of 52.9. Remember, we saw 52.7 earlier. These guys still just not quite able to touch those lap times of 50.5 that was put down by your fastest qualifier, Braden Carter, but still good stuff nonetheless. Looks like Jordan Shaheen is going to be eliminated. So that is your 7 seed moving on, and so far, only one upset out of the elimination round. As Shaheen just, we're waiting for him to cross the finish line. We'll take a look at Glover. All right, last round we should see is Austin Baer and Landon Johnson facing off against each other. They qualified 13th and 14th, but they ended up being your 8 and 9 seeds. So this, technically speaking, qualifying time-wise and seed-wise, should be our closest race in this bracket. The first side of the bracket, I should say. So we'll see whether or not that holds true. But here we go. Gate's about to drop here. Final round of the elimination round in the 125 class. Of course, we'll have the 250 class next. And early goings has Johnson out ahead of Baer, which was the opposite of where they qualified. Now Baer's trying to pull back alongside. Johnson gets a little out of shape. Baer gets the triple clean. And can that be the difference maker, as Johnson is all kinds of topsy-turvy right now. Keeping an eye on Johnson there in the background as Baer comes down at the bottom of your screen here. Could be a matter of keeping things close just in case of crash. Look at Baer almost going up over the bars there. He's keeping it Super steady over these jumps. Oh, and Johnson with a huge yard sale hits the deck, and it's going to be Baer's race to lose here as he is tiptoeing in his Jordans up to this final wall jump. And it looks like he is going to make it here no problemo. Race number 1 dub for Austin Baer. So we'll see if he can't click off race number 2 no problem and move on. Meanwhile, Johnson's going to try to flip his fortunes around and take a W in that second race and force a third run if he can. All right, race number 2, run number 2, I should say, between Johnson and Baer here. Baer on the verge of eliminating Johnson if he can take the victory here. And as mentioned, Johnson wants to try to force a third run if he can off of the wall jump first time. Slight advantage to Baer. And his bigger advantage now is Johnson really made a big mistake. Baer realizes it and checks up and does not do the triple in the middle of the rhythm there. Tons and tons of mistakes as Johnson continues to kind of flounder around, and he almost goes over the bars in the background. He is long behind Baer here, who can really cruise this thing in here if he so chooses to do so. He's gonna have to face off against our 1 seed in the next bracket though, as Baer comes down the final rhythm lane. Still have a whoop section to go after this wall jump, and it's gonna be the 147 machine of Austin Baer taking his 125 into the quarterfinals. So the round of 16 is now complete. The round of 8 is set. And again, it was the 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 seeds joined by the 14 seed, eliminating your 3rd seed that are moving on. That was our only upset from that first round. So pretty wild stuff right there. And we're going to move on to the 252-stroke class next, which I'm not too sure what they're going to do. Only 2 head-to-head for 2-stroke round 1. Okay. Not sure how they were planning on approaching this. There was only 9 252-stroke guys that showed up tonight. So I don't know how the bracket is exactly going to work. What they just said in chat doesn't exactly make sense. But 2-stroke round 1, race 1, we're going to have Sabrina Ritzler facing off against Keehan Rocheford. And for those of you that are new to MX Simulator here, Sabrina Ritzler, yes, she is a female, and she's damn good at this game. Don't let this fool you. She is very, very good. She is the only female to ever win a professional Supercross race in this game. She won the 2012 Indianapolis Supercross in the 450 class, no less, beating the likes of Tyler Crane, Tyson Fresquez, Taylor Berry, all the heavy hitters from those days. She beat them. So she's no slouch here, but right now she's got to pick up the pace just a little bit as Rocheford is laying down a heater of a line here. And look at that, Ritzler actually is closing it up here at the wall jump. Still slight lead for Rocheford, but Ritzler trying to fight back in that right lane. And a small mistake there from Rocheford is going to allow Ritzler to pull up alongside as they come into this final section. Might come down to the wall jump, and they're both going to go for it. Ritzler gets it clean. Rocheford with a huge mistake, and Sabrina Ritzler takes the dub here in race number 1, run number 1, I should say, between Rocheford and Ritzler. Alrighty. That was a good one between those two. They're gonna have another round coming up next. And if Ritzler can win that round, she will move on. Ritzler was your 10th fastest qualifier, Rocheford your 4th fastest qualifier, so I'm not too sure of the seeding here. We'll see if Ritzler can take the victory here from Rocheford, or will Rocheford fight back? and force a run 3. Look at how much faster these 252 strokes fly into that first wall. Oh, and a mistake from Rochefort. Does he get that first triple? He does not, and Ritzler gets the 3-3 super cleanly. That's what that experience does for you. Ritzler, a seasoned veteran at this game. It helps. It doesn't seem like it, but it really helps to be a veteran of this game and just know exactly what you're gonna do, exactly your lines you're gonna hit, and exactly what it's supposed to feel like when you're a newer player to this game, and not exactly saying that Rochefort is. I know he's well experienced, but when you're a newer player, you don't have that muscle memory that some of these more veteran players might have. As Ritzler gets the wall jump messed up, and Rochefort takes it right here at the line. Ritzler had it actually in hand if she could have gotten the wall jump clean, but in the end just misses out, and that's gonna force a run number 3 between these two. Wow. I love when people come to a video game live stream and the name of the video game is on the name of the live stream, and then ask if it's real life. Love it. All right, run number 3, Rochefort versus Ritzler. Gate is down, and it is a good jump again for Rochefort, who looks to be maybe the faster of the two here, but he's a little inconsistent, and that could play into the hands of Ritzler coming down to the finish line of this one, although Rochefort's getting this line a lot cleaner than he did the first time, which is where Ritzler had her advantage. Still pretty even. And Ritzler's going for the on-on-off section, whereas Rochefort doing the big table-to-table over section. And they're still pretty even here, honestly. There's nothing really in between them. A slight advantage for Rochefort, but Ritzler could make it back at any moment here as they come down the final stretch. Final rhythm section, it's really gonna come down to this wall jump again, and Rochefort is gonna get it clean, but a little out of shape. Ritzler got it cleaner, and to the line, it's gonna be Ritzler that goes through. Oh my goodness, only by a little over 0.2 of a second, Ritzler got the wall cleaner and out-dragged him through the whoops. Woo! What a race between those two, and Ritzler knocks off, I'm not sure what seed she knocked off, but it was your 4th fastest qualifier going up against your 10th fastest qualifier, but again, there's only 10 people here for this race in the 250 class, so I'm not sure exactly of the seedings. As we get more runners coming through, I think I'll be able to figure that out. This one is going to be Joseph Pilsner versus Talon Cone. Let's see, Talon Cone, 11th fastest qualifier. Pilsner, 15th fastest qualifier. So that's kind of weird how that works out, as Ritzler faced off against Rochefort, but they were actually both better qualifiers than these two gentlemen that are racing right now. Nonetheless, here they go. Run number 1 of potentially 3 between these two, and the early advantage is going to Pilsner, but Cone there on that inside line to your screen, the left side line of the track, trying to close it down, and does the on-offs a lot cleaner than Pilsner does. But he's crossing over there. He's got to be careful not to go too far as he gets a little out of shape here on the doubles. And even more out of shape, but now Pilsner getting out of shape in his own right here, so it's going to be really interesting down here into this final section. Who's going to jump the wall? Looks like they're both going to try, and they both actually got it pretty cleanly, so it's a drag race in the whoops, and it's going to be just barely Talon Cone taking the W here by about half a second, just under half a second actually, that Cone takes the victory. Or I should say just over half a second. Good maths. So Cone with the run number 1 victory against Pilsner. And now it's up to run number 2. Let's see if Cone can knock Pilsner out right here, or does he keep it going? Does Pilsner, that is, keep it going? We're gonna go on board with Cone here at the beginning and see how he does off this graded start here and down the drop-off. Well, looks like Cone might have a slight advantage, although it looks like he just made a huge mistake. Yeah, he did make a huge mistake. Losing a lot of time here, so we'll stick on board with Cone because we can see Pilsner just ahead of us there. And he has got the carrot dangling in front of him. He knows what he has to catch up to, but he's making a lot of mistakes. Oh, a little long on that double. Jeez, just absolutely pinned in the air. Justin Barshaing it. It's gonna come down to the wall, and it doesn't look like Pilsner got the wall. Cone over the wall, does get it, but he's out of shape and he's down in the whoop, so Pilsner takes the W, going for the easy route over the wall jump, and it ends up working out. So now it's gonna go to a third run. Cone actually had an opportunity there to steal that one away at the finish line, but just could not quite cleanly get over that wall jump. So they're gonna head back down and go for a third run between the two of them. And whoever wins this final run moves on, basically. It's simple as that. Knockout racing here at the Red Bull Straight Rhythm and MX Simulator. Good stuff. Good battles already. Joseph Pilsner versus Talon Cone. Let's see what happens here in the knockout round in the 250cc class. Final run between these two. Winner takes it all. Good start for Pilsner. Cone trying to fight back to the first wall jump, and it's pretty even, honestly. As actually Pilsner went a tiny bit long, so Cone actually has a better drive through this rhythm section. Trying to pull alongside, it's still just a slight nose for Pilsner. As Cone, again, still trying to pull right alongside. It's gonna be the on-offs versus the table section, and it's gonna go to Cone with the advantage here, but now Pilsner pulls back alongside. They're bar to bar over this huge double jump, and Pilsner scrubs it down, stays a little bit lower. Oh my goodness, these guys are literally neck and neck here. It's anybody's race coming down to the finish line. It's gonna come down to who gets the wall jump clean. They're both gonna go for it. They're both gonna get it clean, and it's a drag race like a Pilsner on the rear wheel, but it's Cone who takes the victory. 0.2 of a second at the line, and Talon Cone moving on. That is insane stuff right there. Whew. Love when both guys have clean runs like that and they're able to get it all the way to the finish line like that on a drag race. You saw Pilsner putting it on the rear wheel, a little bit of Kyle Partridge action through the whoops, and was almost able to get Cone at the line, but Talon Cone hangs on for the victory, and he's going to move on along with Sabrina Ritzler. So up next, who do we got coming up next? In the Red Bull Straight Rhythm 250cc bracket. Just waiting to see the official post of who it is. It's going to be Braden Carter versus Zoic Cross. So, okay. I guess we're back to the 125 class. That must have been our only 250cc competitors. I'm a little confused. I guess it was just those 4 people that were in the server, even though 9 actually showed up. But we're back to our 125cc bracket. This is going to be Zoic Cross and Braden Carter, which I'm trying to imagine how this works out, because I think that this is your 1 and like 4 seed. But either way, here they go. Carter, a little bit of a coming up short on that tabletop. Keeping things close here with Cross, though. Still anybody's race, really. Just completely depends on the wall jump, as these guys are throwing it literally upside down. Ooh, Carter actually kind of low-lined the wall jump there. And it's going to come down to this final wall jump. Look at Cross cutting over, but Braden Carter gets the wall jump cleanly. Oh, he's getting kicked though, but he hangs on for the victory. So he beats Zoic Cross. Let me try to figure out what exactly this is here. This is going to be, yeah, Carter and Cross were your 1 and 2 seeds. So why they are facing off against each other, I kind of don't know. This is a little bit weird, because you would think that our 1 and 2 seeds would be on opposite ends of the bracket and would face off against each other near the end, whereas right now it looks like it's going to be like, yeah, I don't, interesting. Okay. All right, gate is down. Zoic Cross versus Braden Carter, essentially your two fastest 125 riders in this race this evening, and they're facing off in the quarterfinals. And honestly, right now it's looking like Cross might be able to take a victory here from Carter and force a third run between these two. It's definitely advantage Cross here at the midpoint, headed down towards the finish line. A little bit of wall jump action and still a big advantage for Cross. He might be able to not have to jump the wall here and still win it. Let's see, Carter is gonna jump the wall. Oh boy, it's gonna be a drag race. Carter's got a better drive, but Cross is trying to hang on, and it's Cross! Wow, by less than 1/10 of a second at the line. Zoic Cross forces a third race between these two. Braden Carter did get that wall jump right there at the end. Whew. 0.07 at the line. 7/100ths of a second separating those two at the finish line. Very, very close and tight action here in the quarterfinals of the Red Bull Straight Rhythm in MX Simulator. And we still got one more race to go between these two. It could be even better the next time. All right, so let's see who's gonna get the advantage in this third race. We're gonna have Carter on the left lane, Cross on the right lane. Run number 3 for these guys. It's gonna be a ticket to the semifinals out of this one. Whoever wins this final race between these two, and the gate is down. Looks like advantage Cross off the start. A little better jump for him, but Carter kind of low lining that double into the wall, closes it up just a little bit. It's really coming down to who runs the smoothest run here and then probably gets the wall jump at the end. Like we saw Carter getting in. Cross has had a legs off here. Oh no, on the wall jump. I saw him supermaning over the backside of that wall jump, and unfortunately it has come unraveled here for Crossweeze McGee. So now it is Braden Carter coming to the finish line here. Go first person with Zoic Cross as he can see Carter ahead of him. Still could be Cross's race if Carter has a mistake at the end and Cross gets the wall jump cleanly. Although it looks like Carter got the wall jump clean as well. So Carter moves on. Cross is going to be eliminated, and for some reason the 2 seed is eliminated by the 1 seed in the quarterfinals. Definitely would have expected that to make it all the way to the finals, but not sure how they're doing this bracket. I'm guessing it's just whatever the order the races were in. So they did the 1 and the 16th seed, the 1 seed won. Then they did the 2 and the 15th seed, and the 2 seed won. And then for whatever reason, the 1 and the 2 seed faced up against each other. So that is that between them two dudes. Up next, we have our 4 seed, Regan McIntosh, facing off against our 14th seed, Ethan Gerst. Ethan Gerst was the only upset of the elimination round as he upset Seth Garrett and knocked him out. So the 14 and the 4 seeds squaring off here, and it's going to be advantage. Oh, advantage Gerst as McIntosh goes down. So Ethan Gerst with the early lead here. Let's see. Maybe he's able to hold on to this thing. And he's looking pretty smooth so far. A little hiccup there on the wall jump, but still a healthy margin here on Regan McIntosh, who is about 7 plus seconds behind him. So coming down to the line here, does Gerst go for the wall hop or does he take it easy? He takes it easy. And over the final wall cleanly through the whoop section, and Ethan Gerst wins run number 1 here In the quarterfinals between him and Regan McIntosh, look at Gerst, man. He's trying to take the 14 seed all the way to the top in this thing tonight. All right, we'll see if he can move on at least out of the quarterfinals. This is going to be run number 2 with these guys. And whoever slides on through out of this one either forces a run 3 if you're McIntosh or moves on if you're Ethan Gerst, as the gate is down. A lot of pressure here on McIntosh, your 4 seed coming in. He's got to beat Ethan Gerst. Pretty smooth off the start here. McIntosh with the early advantage. And it's still McIntosh lead. Looks like Gerst has fallen back a little ways here. Ooh, mistake from McIntosh. A little crossover action. It's okay, gets back in his lane steadily. Now he's right on the line there in the middle. Hops back over. Just got to get this last couple sections here nice and clean, and he will force a 3rd run here. Let's see, does Gerst go for the hop? He did, but he did not get it, so it's Regan McIntosh winning run number 2 here in the quarterfinals. And now Gerst are waiting to make it to the finish line. Big shout out to all 203 of you that are still here hanging out watching the broadcast. I know we had upwards of 280 some odd people watching earlier. Really awesome of you guys to drop by and hang out for the broadcast. Super cool of everybody, and glad to see everybody. I'm following along with what's going on in chat, but not too many things I can really comment on, so haven't commented on them yet. All right, run number 3. Ethan Gerst, Regan McIntosh squaring off here in the quarterfinals of the Red Bull Straight Rhythm in MX Simulator. Who is going to stamp their ticket into the semifinals? It's all to play right now as the gate is down. Little better jump out of Gerst in this one. McIntosh has to make it up here. And still pretty close, but it's a Gerst lead, but he comes up short on the triple. Oh, and he's not going to get the triple out either, so he's lost a bunch of time there. Hands the advantage back over to McIntosh. Ooh, and Gerst off the track. So a big, healthy lead here for McIntosh. Gerst is going to have to hope for some sort of crash, perhaps, out of McIntosh. But McIntosh looking smooth and silky here, coming to the wall jump. Ooh, little close there on the on-offs. Gerst tries to go. No, he did not go for the wall jump, so it's McIntosh taking the victory out of this one. Moves on through, so that eliminates our 14 seed, which was our biggest outstanding liar there in this one. So Gerst is out, McIntosh is through, so still alive here is your 1 seed, Braden Carter, your 4 seed, Regan McIntosh, and we're about to find out who the last 2 to join them in the semifinals will be. We are going to have Guilherme Cabral and Brandon Holmes face off against each other here. In the next round of the quarterfinals, this is going to be your 5 and 6 seeds facing off against each other. Gate is down. Little advantage looks like for Cabral off the start, but actually it looks like Holmes keeping it right there honest with him into the first wall jump. Still advantage Cabral. Oh, but he did not get that triple over, so it hands the advantage over to Holmes instead. Ooh, Cabral pulling it up alongside on the on-offs. Into the next wall jump. Cabral absolutely flying right here. Lays it down. Do we got dualies? Little bit, not as big as I'd like, but still good stuff out of those guys. All right, into the final section. A little almost crossover for Cabral. Looks like He's going to go for the wall hop, but he loops out. Oh, that is a big mistake there for Holmes. And Cabral is going to take the victory here in run number 1. So again, Cabral, your 5 seed, going up against our 6 seed, Brandon Holmes. And it's going to be Cabral with the run 1 victory. He's going to try to take it in run number 2 as well and move on to the semifinals if he can. So we'll go on board with Guilherme Cabral here. And time for gate drop in run number 2 of the quarterfinals. Looks like early advantage to Cabral here as I was letting you guys listen in for a second. Cabral looking ultra smooth here. And it's really up to Holmes to try to force the issue here down the line. He might have to do the wall jump again, although Cabral jumps off the track. Creates an opportunity now for Holmes to close back in. And let's see, Cabral does not go for the wall jump. Holmes is gonna try it, but he does not get it. And Cabral is gonna take the victory in this one as he moves on into the semifinals. That is your 5 seed eliminating the 6 seed. So our 1, 4, and 5 seeds still alive, and our 7 and 8 seeds are about to face off against each other. So well done, Guilherme Cabral, and good to see Brandon Holmes out here giving it his best go. We're about to have Kumar Glover and Austin Baer face off against each other here. This is your 7 and 8 seeds trying to stamp their ticket right there into the quarterfinals. Run number 1 between the two of them is underway. Looks like actually a better start. Actually, it was a better start for Baer, but look at Glover pulling up here. Look at Glover almost coming up short on that triple. These guys are side by side, man. They're practically rubbing number plates over that jump. And it's advantage Baer at the second wall jump. Glover trying to stay a little bit lower, still doing the same. Baer just kind of steady eddying it. And it's still Baer with the slight advantage here as they come into the final wall jump. But look at Glover goes for the wall hop and he gets it so smoothly. And he gets the W here in race number 1 between the two of them. Wow, so Glover with the wall hop right there at the finish line gets Baer. And it's gonna be up to Baer to try to take the fight back to him. All right, final run potentially of our quarterfinal round in the 125 division. Kumar Glover and Austin Baer. Gate is down. Off the line they go. It's an early advantage for Glover again. So Baer is gonna have to fight back somehow as Glover goes a little bit long there. That could set up a danger. Yeah, he's not gonna get the triple here. Baer gets the triple. Wow, actually Glover didn't lose as much time as I would expect there. But it's still Baer with the advantage, but honestly, it really is gonna come down to that wall jump there at the finish line. Baer unwilling to do it in the first run. Now he knows Kumar Glover can pull it out, so is he gonna try to go for it here, knowing he could get eliminated if he doesn't? Either way, it's actually tightened up a lot here, coming down the stretch as Glover got those doubles really clean. Who's gonna get the wall? They both go over, they both get the wall, but Glover gets it a little bit cleaner. The drag race through the whoops, and it's gonna go to Glover on the 189. The 7 seed knocks off your 8 seed, and he does so with 3 tenths of a second to spare, I should say. I was looking at the wrong time. So Glover moving on. Our 1, 4, 5, and 7 seeds will be in the semifinals in the 125 division, and we should be coming up to our 252 stroke final right now, which is supposed to be Sabrina Ritzler, and I forget the other rider that won in the 2-stroke class, 252 stroke class. Oh, nope, okay, I guess we pushed the bracket back or something weird. I'm not sure what happened, but either way, we're gonna have Logan Leitzel and Johnny Wilder face off against each other now. So maybe there was more people in the 252 stroke bracket here than what I had initially thought. All right, so Wilder, who I believe was your fastest qualifier, facing off against Leitzel here. We all know Logan Leitzel, national number 20 right there. And Leitzel pulling out a small advantage on Wilder. Wilder getting, dare I say it, a little bit wild here coming down the stretch. Whoa, the big dualies. Wilder actually throwing it down on that double. And it's gonna again come down to who gets the wall clean. They both hop over this last table smoothly, and Leitzel gets it a little bit cleaner. Wilder off the track. Leitzel actually crosses lanes, but he gets the dub nonetheless, so it's Leitzel taking the victory from Wilder. And just taking a look at these guys' qualifying, yeah, it was actually these guys 1 and 2 qualifiers. 49.3 Wilder, 49.4 Leitzel. So really not too sure of how this bracket works out right now, but race 2 coming up nonetheless. All right, Wilder in the left lane now, Leitzel in that right-hand side lane. And here we go, racing again. It's Wilder here with the early advantage. Leitzel can knock him off here with a victory, and again, Leitzel's gonna go for the table section. Wilder really likes going all the way over those tables, but it seemed like it was a little bit slower. Oh, Leitzel just super low line that double and pulled right back up alongside and threw a huge whip, but then slid out. So it's advantage Wilder here coming down to the finish line, but again, this wall jump has wreaked havoc on these guys. And Wilder hops over it cleanly. Leitzel gets shot out of a cannon on the right-hand side of the track, so Wilder forces a race 3 between these two. And we'll see which one of these two will move on to, I guess, there will be a quarterfinal. I thought there was 10 252 strokes here, but then only 4 guys ended up racing in the first round. Now we have 2 brand new guys here in this next round. Is there going to be more new peoples in the next one? Who knows? Oh, what? Austin Baer has been placed into the event. Oh no, what has happened here? Austin Baer. Austin Baer in your channel is about to be booted. Oh, waving black flag at Austin Baer, and then it says nuking Austin Baer. That's funny. Okay. Final run between these two. Whoever wins moves on. Wilder, Leitzel, top 2 qualifiers. Squaring off here in, I guess this would be considered the first round. These dudes are broing for it right now. Big wall jump here. A little mistake from Wilder allows Leitzel to close back up, and again, the different lines being taken between these two. It seems like the on-offs are a little bit faster, and yeah, Leitzel actually gains the advantage here at the midpoint. It's gonna come down to that wall jump at the end though. These guys are so dang close. Wilder keeping it nice and tidy here with Leitzel. Who is gonna get the wall jump the cleanest and who is gonna get the whoops the cleanest? It is gonna be Leitzel who gets over the wall jump, but he goes down. Oh no, and Wilder is gonna get the victory. Leitzel hits the deck by casing the top of the wall jump and yard sailing his brains out, and it's gonna be Wilder that moves on through, knocking off Logan Leitzel. Despite the lap times, I'd have to imagine that's a bit of an upset. So kind of crazy to see that happen. Nonetheless, coming up next we have Gebhardt and Lucas Reagan. So that was your 3rd and 6th fastest qualifiers. Again, we're kind of all over the board right now with this 250cc class, I should say. Not 100% sure what's happening, but we'll get it sorted, don't worry. Gate is down with these guys. Early advantage goes to Gebhardt, but a feisty comeback from Lucas Reagan. Ooh, and Gebhardt plows into the wall jump and goes down. So Reagan has an easy victory here if he can hold on. 12-second advantage, so yeah, definitely doesn't need to take any chances here as Gebhardt is going to try to throw caution to the wind to get it kind of close just in case Reagan has a fall-off crash. Right now, Reagan looks like he's taking things nice and steady. It looked like he was sizing up for the wall jump. I thought that was a bold move. Nonetheless, it is Lucas Reagan taking the victory here in run number 1 between himself and Walter Gebhardt with a nice oppo whip to boot. Gebhardt over the line there, picking up a 2nd because there's only 2 guys in the race. Alrighty then. Can Reagan eliminate Gebhardt? Or can Gebhardt force a race 3? Find out right now. Alright, early advantage, Gebhardt. First wall jump. Gebhardt has the lead. Lucas Reagan definitely keeping him honest though. Really nothing in it between the 2 of them. Oh, and Reagan has the fall off on the wall jump this time, so it's gonna be Gebhardt who has easy sailing if he keeps it on 2 wheels. And that means we will have a run number 3 between these 2, winner take all. Sprint. All right, Gebhardt coming down here to the finish line. Look at, he's still going for the wall jumper. It looked like he was going to. Oh my goodness, he is getting bucked around like a wild horse though. And it's Gebhardt with the victory, so he's gonna force that 3rd race as mentioned. Reagan's gonna try to rebound from that crash here and give Gebhardt a run for his money in this 3rd run. Winner take all. Winner advances to the next round right here coming up between Lucas Reagan and Walter Gebhardt. All right, here we go. Run number 3 between these 2. Winner advances. Loser is buying a round of drinks in the stands. Let's see what exactly happens here. Gate is going to go down in the final run between Lucas Reagan and Walter Gebhardt. Pretty good line there for Reagan, keeps it close. Actually, well, still a little bit behind Gebhardt, but they are still very, very close indeed. And look at Gebhardt going for the hop up onto the wall, and he gets it, and he absolutely sends it, and he goes down. Oh my goodness. That'd have been a huge line if he pulled it off, but he couldn't quite make it. We'll go on board with Reagan here to finish this run out. So Reagan's really just got to coast this thing home, and he's going to move on, although Gebhardt is trying like a madman behind him to close it down. Oh, Reagan goes for the wall hop, ballsy, but he gets it. And moves on with a 52 flat to boot. Nice run, and Gebhardt. Sad day for Walter Gebhardt. Alrighty. So, Reagan eliminates Gebhardt. Coming up next, Riley Hugin versus Dylan Mcallister. This is your 7th and 8th fastest qualifiers squaring off against each other. And here we go between the two of them. Maybe not. Oh, long gate. That's kind of weird. Oh my goodness. Dylan Mcallister getting all kinds of swap diddlies on the left side, and he's gonna go down, but he stays on the bike. Oh, Hugin off the track though, and he may have missed a timing gate. Oh, and he's getting all kinds out of shape. Oh, so is Mcallister. These guys are making it look rough out there. So Mcallister's trying to keep it close. Meanwhile, Hugin, he is gonna try to take the victory here. Does he go for the wall jump? Does he take it easy? He is gonna go for it, and he gets it. Mcallister's trying to close it at the end, but it's Hugin moving on. Or not moving on, I should say, winning the first race. He still has to win the second one to move on. And despite 0.3 of a second in cuts for Hugin, he still picks up the victory, and Mcallister is going to have to go back to the drawing board here for run number 2. Do a little bit of free cam in action here on these guys. All right, run number 2, Dylan Mcallister going up against Riley Hugin. It is down. Oh, pretty even, little advantage for Mcallister. Yeah, Mcallister with the advantage ever so slightly. Oh, Hugin, he goes for the big line on the wall jump, and look at that, he got it. So Mcallister is going to have to try to fight back here. Oh, Mcallister crossing over there. He's got to get back on the other side, and it's going to be who gets the wall jump really clean. And down to the finish line, Hugin versus Mcallister. Hugin takes the victory and moves on, knocks off Dylan Mcallister. That's actually... No, actually, I'm sorry, that is not an upset. So good racing between those guys. I'm gonna try to put a rundown real quick. Probably not gonna have enough time. Yeah, don't have enough time. All right, Talon, Cone, and Sabrina Ritzler. So this would be... Okay, so this has to be those guys, those 4 guys at the beginning. Yeah, something weird happened at the beginning. I'm not sure how it exactly worked, but the 4 races we saw at the beginning must have been the knockout stage, and this must be the elimination, or the quarterfinals right now. So it's Kohn and Ritzler, and this is going to decide who goes on to the semifinals, which we have already seen 3 riders go through to the semifinals. So Lucas Reagan, Johnny Wilder, and just a second ago, Riley Hugin go to the semifinals, and we're going to decide if it's Kohn or Ritzler moving on with them. Oh, Talon Kohn with a off-track excursion, but Brina goes down, and Brina's over the berm. Throwbacks. All right, so Kohn looks like he is going to get the dub here in run number 1. All right, Kohn beats Ritzler. And we're gonna move on to run 2 and see if that is exactly the same thing that happens again, or if Ritzler can fight back and force a 3rd run. All these things and more are about to be found out right here live on Starter Systems TV. Alrighty then, who is it gonna be? Is it gonna be Talon Kohn moving on, or will Ritzler force that 3rd race? Oh boy, I'm so excited I can barely hold it in as these guys drop the gate. This guy and gal, I should say, drop the gate. It's pretty even, maybe advantage, now actually advantage Sabrina Ritzler. Kohn made a slight mistake right there. Yeah, Ritzler with the advantage here. Trying to lay the law down. Looks like Kohn jumping off the track ever so slightly again. Kind of low lines it here. Actually, this is gonna be a really close battle to the finish line. Who's gonna get the wall jump the cleanest? It looks like they both got it pretty clean. Kohn maybe a little bit better. It's a drag race, and Ritzler just edges him at the line. 0.2 of a second in it. Wow. Really close action between those two. And Ritzler forces a 3rd run between them. Good stuff. All right, final run. Talon Kohn, Sabrina Ritzler, 1 run to decide who moves on into our semifinals as the gate is down. Advantage Kohn off the drop-in, but Ritzler actually has a great drive and keeps it pretty even. Still Kohn with a very, very slight lead, but he messes this section up, so Ritzler goes back to the front. Again, I think this is gonna come down to who gets that wall jump the cleanest. As they stand right now, Ritzler is still holding a slight advantage. Oh my goodness, Talon Kohn got absolutely sauced right there. And he's gonna come up a little bit short on that double jump, so he's losing time ever so slightly. All right, all down to how smoothly Sabrina Ritzler gets this wall jump. Oh, she's gonna go down! Oh, but Kohn is down. Talon Kohn is down. He's off the bike before the wall jump. So can Ritzler get up, or can Kohn get over the wall in time? It's gonna be a drag race down the whoops. Look at this to the line! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, it's gonna be Kohn! Talon Kohn gets the win by 3/100ths of a second. What? Oh my. That one was a really close one between Ritzler and Kohn. And in the end, it's going to be Talon Kohn moving on. 3/100ths of a second. Oh my goodness. All right. Here we go. We are going to be heading into our semifinals now. Braden Carter, the 1 seed, facing off against our 4 seed, Rogan McIntyre. Or McIntyre, whatever. Wait, where is Carter? What happened? Where is Braden Carter? Is he not here? No Braden Carter in this race. They just loaded it up, and Carter's not here. I don't know what happened. McIntosh hopped the gate. So we're waiting now to see an official. All right, missing rider. Rogan wins, so big upset as the 1 seed. Braden Carter is eliminated simply for not being here. Okay. That's some interesting stuff. Well, I would drink to that, Brian. However, I'm almost out of beer. I guess I could uncork one of our bottles of wine. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is here with no Braden, but no Braden. So Rogan McIntosh goes to our final in the 125 division, and we're gonna see who joins him right now as Guilherme Cabral faces off against Kumar Glover. And these guys are going to go 3 runs. Whoever wins this moves on to the finals as the gate is down. Glover, right-hand side there on the Husky. Cabral, inside line on the RMZ. Actually, just be an RM, nonetheless. Yeah, sure, Brian, bring me margaritas. You can announce the last 2 races with me. Cabral takes the slight advantage there. Oh, the dualies, though. Oh, Cabral, little frame case. Oh, this is going to be really close to coming to the line. Are they both going to go for the wall? They're both going for the wall. Oh, and they both hit it. Oh, and Cabral almost went down. He didn't go off the bike, though. And Glover takes the win in run number 1. So it's going to be up to Cabral. Can he force a 3rd run, or will Glover move on to the final to face off against a Rogan McIntosh? Alrighty, here we go. Run number 2. Potentially of 3. It all comes down to if Guilherme Cabral could take the victory in this one, or will Kumar Glover straight move on through. Pretty even split here at the first wall. And still pretty even in the rhythm lane, although Glover gets the triple, gains a slight advantage. Small mistake from Cabral. And it's Glover with the advantage, and Cabral, oh my goodness. Big mistake, and a huge swap causes him to hit the deck. And it's Kumar Glover looking like he's going to take the easy victory here to move on through to the finals. He will face off against Rogan McIntosh to see who wins in the 125 division. Glover with the win. Cabral is going to take the 2nd and be eliminated. So it's Glover, McIntosh, the final in the 125 division. All right. What do we got coming up next? It's going to be blank versus blank in the two-stroke semifinals. Oh, boy. There's nobody lining up out here, ladies and gentlefish. So I will line up and moto down instead. Oh, nope, I guess I'm crashing. Well, you're running out of time to bring me margaritas, Brian. There's only a few races left to go, buddy. Look at this guy, Braden Carter. Johnny Wilder, Lucas Regan. This is the semifinals in the 252 stroke division. Looks like an early advantage for Regan. Johnny Wilder got a little out of shape. Little bit of a comeback coming on though. Oh, but he's going to get more out of shape and he's down. Lucas Regan taking the advantage here. So it's advantage Regan if he can take it all the way to the finish line here, which it looks like he is trying to do. And he is going to do so. Lucas Regan picking up the victory in run number 1 between himself and Johnny Wilder. So Wilder's got to try to make the comeback here. Can Wilder force a third run, or is it going to be Regan's for the taking? Find out next on Starter Systems TV. All right, Regan Wilder, the showdown, and it's underway. Gate drop at the straight rhythm. Regan trying to knock out the 1 seed before the final and stamp his ticket to the final. Of course, got to knock out that 1 seed. Ooh, getting a little frisky there in the rhythm lane. Oh man, this is awful close. A little now advantage going to Wilder. Regan trying to fight back. What up, Haskell? Hi, Asher. It's Regan and Wilder coming down to the line here. And Wilder gets over the wall cleanly. And Wilder makes a third run happen. And look at two-time MX Simulator Supercross champion Brian Haskell has brung the margaritas.
Cheers, Kellen.
I didn't think you were actually coming up.
Well, I couldn't let you go thirsty. Oh my god, this is strong.
Yeah, it is. Woo! What kind of margarita is this?
Cutwater spirits.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll have headaches later.
Yeah, that's right. All right, final run between these two, Lucas Reagan and Johnny Wilder. Who is going to move on here? 193 of Reagan and the 314 of Wilder. Wilder, your fastest qualifier, doesn't want to get eliminated here. He's going to try to beat Reagan off the line. Oh, pretty close over the first wall jump. Maybe advantage Reagan here in the first rhythm. Oh, but it's really close now. Wilder pulls alongside. They both go for the huge line, and Wilder goes down. Reagan lands it. But he's still got to finish the run cleanly here. Getting through this double section pretty clean so far. Can see Wilder there in the background, but he's a long ways back. Oh, actually a little mistake from Reagan, but Wilder's too far back here. So Reagan down. He's going to move on to the finals here in the 252 stroke division. And who he will face, we're about to find out next.
So what do you think?
Of the drink?
Yeah.
It is pretty strong.
It is pretty strong, right?
How you doing, Brian?
Hanging in there.
Hanging in there.
TGIF.
No kidding. You're racing the World Vets this weekend. You excited?
I am. This Sunday at Glen Helen Raceway in real life, I'm racing the Vet World Championships on my electric motocross bike, my Alta.
I know Sean Klein even said, what, he didn't bring his Alta with him? So you brought the margaritas, but you didn't bring the Alta. All right, here we go. The next round of the semifinals in the 252 stroke division. Riley Hugin versus Talon Cone. Early advantage going to the 335 at Hugin, but here comes Cone fighting back alongside. Little mistake out of both of them, actually kind of evened it out.
What happened to the old days where we used to do front flips and back flips mid-race?
Exactly like that. Oh, he lands it.
Great timing.
Talon Cone going right over the front, somersaulting, but actually able to land that and still kind of end this thing. Depends on what happens with Hugin here. Can Hugin get over the wall cleanly? He doesn't go for it. This isn't an opportunity for Cone, but neither does he, so he's not going to take advantage of it. And the first race goes to Hugin here. So it's going to be up to Cone to try to force a third run. Whoa, how did he land that one?
With those moves, I think he's got a good shot in the next race. If this were a speed and style run,
he would have won on the style.
Yeah.
Judges score 96.4 on the style. We're going to have to give Hugin a 4, though. He didn't do nothing in that run. All right, Riley Hugin versus Talon Cone. Cone has got to fight back here. And we are underway. Looks like a better start there for Hugin, just ever so slightly, but actually Cone fighting back at the first wall. And now he takes the advantage. No, nobody going for the big line, and ooh, Cone getting spit off the left side of the track. He's still in it though. Oh no, Riley Hugin gets spit off the right side of the track. He's still in it though.
Is that allowed?
They're side by side. Could have maybe got cuts for missing a timing gate, throwing dualies. Oh man, this one's a good close one coming to the finish line. Who's gonna get the wall jump the cleanest? Hugin and Cone, they're both going for it. Oh, they're both going down. Oh, so who's gonna get up first?
And the race is on. They're getting back to their bikes. Who can get up first?
Oh, looks like Cone got up first, and he's gonna get a clean drive through the whoops, which means we have, well, actually cuts, but no, he stayed ahead. So we do have a third race coming up. Oh boy.
That was pretty entertaining.
That was.
What do you think of a whole season just for straight rhythm?
I don't know about a season, but
Maybe like 6 rounds or something.
I could see that, yeah. But it, I don't know if you listened to Mathis on the Pulp Show, but he said, like, put it downtown. Put it in a downtown city street.
Can you imagine that?
That would be so sick, though. Like, just New Year's Rockin' Eve, but like Red Bull Straight Rhythm, like going down Times Square instead.
Oh, man.
All right. The dog's behind us going crazy. Here we go. One more run for Talon, Cohen, and Riley. Hugin, it's going to be who wins this one is going through the finals. Good jump for Cone. Hugin trying to fight back at the wall, and Cone going a little long on the wall.
Me too, Scooty. Me too.
Oh man, this is a really close one. Now Hugin gains a slight advantage. They're going to split lines in the on-offs. Very differing lines, and it pretty much evens out. Maybe advantage going back to Cone a little bit. More dualies. Not as big out of Hugin, but I like Cone throwing sideways. Who's gonna get that wall clean? Are they both gonna miss it up again this time, or what? Oh, Cone over the bars, and Hugin is gonna stamp his ticket to the finals at the Red Bull Straight Rhythm. And he's gonna face off against, I don't remember. Who won the last one? I don't remember.
You're asking the wrong guy right now.
It was, let's just say it was, Lucas Reagan won. I don't remember.
I think Reagan did win.
Yeah, I think so. I do know that the finals of the Lights one is going to be Macintosh and maybe I don't know the finals. We're about to find out anyway, though. Here comes the finals of the 125 class. Maybe. It will be Rogan McIntosh against Kumar Glover in the finals of the 125 class, which I think is coming up. Oh no, this would be your third place race. Braden Carter against Guilherme Cabral. And these guys are also going to do 3 runs to determine who finishes third tonight. Looks like an early advantage for Cabral at the wall jump, but here comes Carter trying to fight back as they go through the rhythm lane side by side. And it's actually going to be Carter still holding the advantage. Look at how close Cabral is, though. Definitely keeping it really nice and tidy here, just in case a crash happens with Braden Carter. We're all trying to fight back. Look at Carter off the side of the track, nearly throwing down, though. Again, here we go with these 125s and getting the wall jump perfectly. These guys have to really downside the back of this table, and Carter gets it. He taps, but he lands it. And Cabral in the background made a big mistake, so Carter takes the win in the first run. Cabral gonna have to try to fight back to force a third run if he wants that bronze medal. But at the moment, it's advantage Carter going into run number 2.
So did these guys make custom graphics and gear sets for this event like the real guys did?
Some of them did. I don't have these 2 particular rider skins, but one of them had like a Ronnie Mac style setup, but it was on a Suzuki, and then some of them just had their team skins. It wasn't crazy. All right, gate is down. Cabral trying to fight back. Early advantage to Carter. Oh, Cabral going a little bit long on the wall right there, and he lost a bunch of time in the rhythm lane because of that, so it's actually going to be Carter who has a nice advantage here. He's about 1 second up Again, it's still going to come down to that wall jump, though. These guys fighting tooth and nail. Look at Carter throwing a backflip on the wall jump and completely botches the double after it. So that's going to set up a big advantage for Cabral coming down the stretch here. And Carter's still throwing backflips on the wall jumps. Looks like he is ready to have a third race because he has thrown caution to the wind, and it's going to be Cabral who forces that third race with the victory here. Carter down here in the whoops. Well, he's just dead, but now he's going. All right, run number 3 for the bronze medal coming up next here. It's gonna be Carter and Cabral. Winner take all. And by winner, I mean bronze medalist. So who's it gonna be, Carter or Cabral? The silence, the tension, the moments before the gate drops. It is time to go with the Red Bull straight rhythm. Cabral early lead. Carter fighting back with the low line on the Dragon's back. Still pretty even. Carter the advantage though in the rhythm lane. And pops the triple pretty smoothly. Cabral keeping it close though. And actually Carter just cased that step up, so now they're neck and neck here. The on-off's real smooth, hitting the wall jump together. Carter low line on the screen, almost contact. Dualies, and Carter comes up short, and he's now just in the lane with Cabral as he cops back across. So who's gonna get the wall jump clean? Oh, Cabral with the fall off, and Carter with the fall off, and he front flips into the whoops. Cabral, can he get up and get over the wall? Oh, he's taking way too long, but he's gonna have a run in the whoops. Oh, Carter with the low line in the whoops gets the bronze medal though. No cuts to factor into this one. Woo!
You know, somebody should host in MXS Enduro Cross Straight Rhythm.
That would be pretty good.
Just because I feel like there'd be a lot more mistakes like going through and it'd be more exciting. Like this, it's everyone kind of is doing the same rhythm and it's the same point on the track where everyone struggles. With Enduro Cross, like you can go through a section 5 times and 3 of the times you can mess up.
Yeah. All right, so this should be the bronze medal match, but since there is no third place, it would be Brina that he would be going against. But yeah, Johnny Wilder is going to pick up the bronze medal. So that eliminates
He is just super excited about that bronze right
He
now.
is very excited. He has decided he's going to take down the structure.
Smash his head through the structure.
Let's see if he goes for the big boy lines or if he just is backflipping. Oh, backflipping.
I can take that.
All right, big boy lines. Triple, and triple onto the table. Oh, no. No testicles.
He definitely doesn't have any anymore.
Yep. I don't have the drop, so I can't use it, but if Nate was here, he could use it. All right, so now we should have our 125 class final coming up next. Oh, wait, they're saying Talon Cone might be coming back. Doesn't necessarily mean that's gonna happen, but that's what they're saying. We'll do a run while we wait, I guess. Oh, nope, never mind. All right, here we go. 125 final is on the line. Kumar Glover and Regan McIntosh. They're gonna go 3 runs if needed. Unless somebody sweeps the first 2. We're about to find out which of these 2 is gonna pick up the gold medal tonight in the 125 class.
You know, I just want to say that For some reason, all these new fresh faces in the community have really awesome names.
They do, that's for sure.
Like legend motocross names are soon to be.
Yeah, no doubt about that one as McIntosh takes our early advantage here. Glover's trying to fight back. Whoa! He goes down though. This is going to be an easy victory for McIntosh if he can keep it on 2 wheels. Looks like he maybe missed a timing gate. There we go. Camera reset. Coming down towards the finish line. Looks like McIntosh has got this one pretty much in the books, and he's just taking it easy on the wall jump, not going for the big send line. He wants to pick up that W here tonight, and he's going to win the first race between himself and Kumar Glover to make it look like that's a definite possibility. It's going to be up to Glover to try to make things interesting here in run number 2.
I'm trying to remember how that section was in the real race. There was no possibility they would jump over the wall like that, right?
I mean, it was like that, but I think there was a bigger gap between the last on-off and then the wall. So yeah, I don't think that there was any way they could do it, but that's just how Jay Perry built it in this game. All right, here we go, run number 2. In the 125 division, McIntosh on the verge of the victory here tonight, but Kumar Glover trying to hold off that party for him. As the gate is down, early advantage. Looks like McIntosh got the better jump and into the wall. We're gonna see it's pretty even. Slight nose for McIntosh maybe. Now definitely edges ahead a little bit. Not able to get the triple, and Kumar, oh my goodness, just lands it. So McIntosh now holds a steady lead. Glover trying to pull alongside. He's not quite there just yet. Looks like this one might come down to that wall jump at the end. McIntosh hasn't been that consistent with it. Glover has been a little bit better in the prelims.
Oh.
They're both going over the tables. McIntosh is not going to get it, and Glover's going down.
Saved it. He saved it.
Glover's over the bars, and McIntosh saved it. Around the wall he goes, and Regan McIntosh wins the 125 class tonight at the Red Bull Straight Rhythm. Wow. I'm sure he thought he was done right there, but eventually Glover comes up a little short on the wall. And instead, it's going to be McIntosh with the win. Glover, though, still gets the silver medal. Great night of racing for both of them. I'm sure Glover would have liked to get that last run underway to maybe, just maybe, take that gold medal home with him, but it's going to be McIntosh and Glover 1 and 2 tonight at the Straight Rhythm in the 125 class. And now we're going to decide the 252 stroke class and who's going to win that one.
Somebody get that man a beer bong. Do they have a line cross rule?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Because we've seen a lot of guys doing some line crossing tonight, and I haven't seen anybody not win because of it. All right. We are just waiting for them to load in this 252 stroke race. It's going to be Johnny Wilder versus Talon Cone.
Is this whole flat track made on this track? Like separate from the track that's there? You know, the oval? Is it all built out?
In real life?
No, in this track.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We should set up a flat track.
A flat track, yeah. I'm sure Mark Zeidler would really appreciate that one, as these guys are off the line. It's an early advantage here for, well, it's pretty even, actually. Nobody to give the advantage to as they hit the wall the first time. Actually, now it looks like Wilder pulling slightly ahead as they go into this rhythm lane.
Sending it into there.
Yeah, both these guys. Whoa, Wilder a little out of shape on the landing of that wall jump. Almost crosses all the way over into Cone's line, much less his lane, as they're still pretty side by side into the second wall jump. We're gonna see a dose of dualies. Let's see it. You. Different whip styles, but still good stuff nonetheless. Cone trying to keep it as close as he can, just in case a mistake out of Wilder here at the wall, and it might happen as Wilder clips. Oh, it's going to be a drag race. Cohen is getting out of shape, but Wilder takes the W here in run number 1. Ooh, boy. That was a close one.
I like how Cohen sort of threw his bike at the end. Did you see that?
Yeah, just get it over the line any way I can. All right. I still don't feel like that this is actually the final, but I could be wrong.
Chat is hopping tonight.
Heck yeah.
Talking about pizza, dirt bikes. What else could you want in life?
That sounds pretty good to me. All right, here we go. Talon, Cohen, and Johnny Wilder. Gate down. Saw Wilder pick up the win in the first one. Is he about to win the second one and I believe win the event? He's got a slight advantage. Cohen trying to keep it close at the first wall. Again, Wilder getting all out of shape on that first wall jump. Second wall jump, I should say. Ooh, Cohen a little off axis there.
Short.
Oh! Lost a bunch of time there, but it's not over. Wilder's still crossing over. Still crossing over. Now he's just in his lane. Oh, this is a big mistake. Oh, a huge mistake as Wilder's trying to get back going here. And now he's completely off rhythm as Cohen's trying to come up on the other side of the track. And now he pulls alongside. He's going back to the other side of the track. It's a drag race in the whoops. And Wilder takes it. And I believe with it takes home the Red Bull Straight Rhythm crown. I really thought it was going to be Regan and somebody else in the final, but I guess it's Wilder. All right, so Wilder takes the dub, and I believe...
Did it not say third place race?
Was it the third place race?
I think that's what it said, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Third place race, race 2. Okay, so I guess...
Takes home the bronze.
The bronze medal. All right. Okay. Lucas Reagan versus Riley Hugin for the gold medal on the line here at the Red Bull Straight Rhythm. Number 335 and 193 in your program book, but number 1 and 2 in your heart. About to drop the gate here for the finals at the Red Bull Straight Rhythm in the 252 stroke class. Who is going to take this one?
Edge.
It is an early advantage for Reagan, but Hugin's trying to keep it close. He scrubs it down in the rhythm section. Ooh, a little short on that triple, but still makes it. And they both take this over the table line, and it did not work out very well for Lucas Reagan. So the advantage right now is to Hugin, but it always comes down to this wall jump at the end. And these guys are still pretty close nonetheless. Is now a big mistake for Reagan, and he's offline for the wall jump. So Hugin goes for it and gets it cleanly. And through the whoops, the final time, he takes the victory in race number 1. Reagan has to settle for second. Whoa! Big fall off crash.
I just want to take a guess at what these guys, what their UIDs are.
Let's find out.
Wait, don't tell me yet. I'm going to say more than 20,000.
I'm all caps here.
What's your wager?
I'm going to say more than 30,000.
More than 30? That would be even more impressive.
Server, comma, list players. Lucas. 1766. And then... what was the other one? Riley?
Riley.
23,127.
Okay. Wow.
All right, race 2. Looks like early advantage Reagan maybe at the wall, but now Hugin fighting back. Both a little. Oh, look at Reagan going for the big boy line off the top of the wall, and he gets it.
Mother of pearl.
Oh, baby, look at that lead he has now. Now he's just clenching. He wants to hang on to this one. Shoot, I don't even remember who won the first race.
He won already.
Oh.
After doing that one.
Reagan has the advantage here. Does he get the wall cleanly, though, is the question. He's not going to get it. Oh, does Riley Hugin get it?
Here we go.
Oh, he clips. He's out of shape, man. Look at... Oh, Hugin takes the win. And I believe with it takes home the gold medal. Although yeah, exactly. Gold medal, Riley Hugin. Lucas Reagan settles for the silver. Oh my goodness, what a crazy night of racing. 2 hours of live streaming on the dot right now. And Riley Hugin is your Red Bull Straight Rhythm winner here in MX Simulator. What a great event tonight. Kudos to Matthias Habi for putting on this event and having us out here tonight. Yeah, Riley Hugin, the winner here at the Red Bull Straight Rhythm. Good fun. Thanks for the margarita. Two-time MX Simulator Supercross champion Brian Haskell.
Just making sure you're staying hydrated.
Brought me up a margarita to make sure I'm hydrated. I'll do one more run for fun here, and then we'll say goodbye on the live stream. But thanks everybody for coming out and joining us here tonight. Big shout out to everybody who donated. Dankster, Chase Perryman, Reese Harris, Garrett Kroos, Garrett Sichelski. Everybody that donated, you guys are super awesome, and I super appreciate it, of course. So we'll finish off a nice run here and see if I can't keep it somewhat close to what those guys are able to do. Can't even get the triple in here. And then we'll sign off for the evening. Oh boy. One more. Gotta keep going. Crossing over, YOLO. Oh, getting out of shape. And 103.1, that was a terrible run. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. We will see you guys sometime next week with more videos on the channel. And as always, appreciate the support, and we'll see you guys later. So long for now.
Adios.